Let me teach you how to scrapbook all of your beautiful memories. So, I really love crafting, and I have a daughter named Melina, and I always pictured myself to be one of those moms that creates scrapbooks for her. However, the past 2 years has not really been as crafty as I would have imagined. I only made a few pages in her scrapbook. So today I wanted to create a few more pages from her birthday party, and we actually had a cake decorating birthday party. That video is also on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. It was really just for her and one of her best friends, and it was a very small party, but they had a lot of fun, and I'm excited to make a little scrapbook page for her birthday. This is a very beginner-friendly scrapbook because it already has pages in there that kind of matches the theme of the scrapbook. However, I chose to use paper from a pad that I had because I wanted it to be a different color scheme. I saved a few items from her birthday. This was the card that her friend's mom got for her birthday. This is from her cake that we had at her aunt's house. I like to save little things to use on her scrapbook so that way we can actually have those tangible memories. And this is also from the cake as well. So I'm just taking the little stick off of there. That way I can use it to decorate the page, and then I'm cutting this little birthday cake so that it could be a little bit smaller. And what I wanted to do was create a little visual to show before and after of the cakes, because they both had their own cake and it was so cute. They had little candy to decorate it, and I wanted to just make a little outline of white paper on both of them. So I just used a piece of white scrapbook paper from the same pad that I got the other paper from. The design I didn't really like, so it was just a page I was not going to use, so I just used the back of it, and I'm using my double-sided tape here. I don't really need to add that much tape to it. I would recommend only just doing the corners, that way you don't waste your material. And then I'm just placing it on the paper and doing the same thing with the little cakes, which is the after of when they decorated their cakes. Okay, so the cakes are a little bit dark. The pictures are a little bit dark, but that's okay. Next time I'll just lighten it up before I get it printed. I got it printed at a photo printing shop not too far from where I live. And then I'm also adding some stickers here. They look so cute. I love how the glitter looks. And I've been a fan of using blue for things because I feel like blue just looks really good. I typically would use pink for a lot of things, but I wanted to kind of, go outside of my comfort zone and not really do the typical pink for a girl's birthday party, just be a little different sometime. And I am cutting out the outline for this little cake picture. And I also added the text before and after to the bottom of it. So I'm just making 2 rectangles here and cutting it out. You could use a paper cutter if you want to make your cuts nice and straight. However, I just am using scissors. Okay, so now that we have our 2 pages here, we are going to cut out this little picture of Melina and her friend Issa. I thought it was so cute. I just love that little tutu that she has on. And instead of the table, I thought it would be cute to have their hands on the cake. So that's a little just something cute I thought would be nice to add to there. All right, so now that we have our picture on there, we're just kind of cutting it and trimming it so it can fit better. And then I'm going to start placing my pictures onto my paper. I ended up not using that picture of them playing the Pac-Man game because it just wouldn't fit. But then once I had all the pictures where I wanted it, I started adding the double-sided tape to it and just placing them where I wanted them to go. Before I go any further, I wanted to ask you a question and let me know if you are a scrapbooker. So I would consider myself to be a beginner scrapbooker, and I love scrapbooking because you can kind of just do whatever you want. There's not really any rules with it. I have been into journaling. I don't journal, but I've been into looking at people journal on Instagram. And I kind of have just been taking little pieces of inspiration for my scrapbook. I love how they have this thing called junk journaling where they take things from like different places, like receipts or something like that, and add it into their journal. But this is more like scrapbooking. So that's what I'm going to start doing. And just go ahead and let me know if you plan on scrapbooking this year. This is actually my first YouTube video I'm making of the year 2025. So it's one of my goals this year to scrapbook more, not just of my daughter, but of events and different things that I do, because I do love to go on adventures. And I want to start documenting that because it's just a really great creative outlet for me. Please hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it, and it will help my channel to grow so that I can create more videos like this one. Okay, so now we are actually taking off this little cupcake from the card that Melina got for her birthday. And I didn't really want to take it off of the card because I wanted to add the card in there. However, there wasn't that much space and I didn't want it to be overcrowded. So I think that was just a really good touch to it. I'll still keep the card, but I just wanted to have that little cupcake in there. So because that was a patch, I also wanted to add another patch of this rainbow because it kind of goes with the theme. There was a little rainbow on her cake. You can't really see it that well because it's kind of dark, but you can see it a little bit on her cake that says Melina. And then I'm just adding the date on there. That's one thing that I often forget to add, the date, because I don't know, sometimes it just slips my mind. But if you are planning on scrapbooking, definitely always include the date on there. It doesn't have to be the exact date, but just the month and the year, because when you look back on it a few years from now, you won't know what year it is if you don't add that. So I'm also using my tweezers to add the stickers because I had a hard time adding it with just my fingers, and the tweezers make it more precise, and then you can just fix it however you need to make it nice and neat. Next, I wanted to create a little note, and I found this really cute page from the paper pad that I've been using, and I was going to just write a little note. So I selected the piece of paper that I wanted to use and cut it out. I'm going to be using that little blue strip of paper, and I just wrote a note on there. Just telling my daughter how much we love her and we're just so proud of her because she really is a beautiful, kind, and respectful girl. She's 2 years old and we just absolutely adore her so much and we just love her. On this left page, I added the stickers to say happy birthday Melina on there because I felt like it was missing something. And then here is how the page looks that I made. I think it looks a little bit plain. However, the paper itself was pretty decorative, so I didn't want to go overboard with too much decor. Let me know what you think about this scrapbook spread, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it because it was just good to create something. I've kind of been in a creative rut where I just haven't been making anything, so this is the first thing I've created this 2025 year. So hopefully there will be more to come. I plan on just making more memories with my daughter and collecting items to show her that she did a lot of things in her life. I personally don't really have a lot of pictures from when I was young, so I want my daughter to have all the memories and just have a great life. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.